سڵاو هاوڕێیان ئەم کاتتان باش من ناوم شاییە و زۆر خۆشحاڵم کە ئەمڕۆ لەگەڵتانە بم ئێستا ئێمە لە کارەماکسەوە لەگەڵتانین بۆ لایڤی Let's Talk Business زۆر سپاسی یەکەبەیەکەتان ئەەکەم کە ئێستا لەگەڵمانان ئەمەوێ پێتان بڵێم کە ئەو فۆرمەی کە دایئەنین ئەمڕۆ بە یارمەتیتان ئەگەر پڕی بکەنەوە زۆر سپاستان ئەەکەین مەبەست لەم فۆرمە بۆ ئەوەیە کە بەڕێستان کە لێرن دواتر لە تەلەگرام گروپێکتان بۆ دروست دەکرێت بۆ ئەوەی کە لایڤی داهاتوومان لەگەڵتان شێرکەین و هەروەها ئەگەر سەرچاوەیەک هەبێت شتێک هەبێت کە لە لایڤەکەیە باسیکەین دواتر لەوێ لەگەڵتان بڵاوی ئەەکەینەوە. دووهەم شت کە گرنگە و حەزەکەم پێتان بڵم ئەویشەوەیە کە ئێمە لە کۆبوونەوەکانمان کە با بڵێن پێی ناڵێن دەرس لە بەرەوەی بزنس میتینە پێڵین کۆبوونەوە لە کۆبوونەوەکانمانی Let's Talk Business کە لە کاراماکس ئەکرێت جیاوازە لەم لایڤە. هۆکاری ئەوەش ئەوەیە کە بەپێی ئەوەی لە لایڤەکە تەنها من زیاتر ئەتوانم قسە بکەم بە پێچوانی کۆبوونەوەکانمان لە کاراماکس کە ئەیکەین زیاتر بەشدار بووان با بڵێن فێرخوازەکان زیاتر کۆنترۆڵیان بەدەستە ئەوان زیاتر قسە ئەکەن. سێهەم شت کە پێویستە پێتان بڵێم ئەوەیە کە لایڤەکانمان هەمیشە هەوڵەین بە ئامۆژگاریەک دەست پێ بکەین کە پێڵێن tip of the day. ئەم ئامۆژگاریە مەبەست لێی ئەوەیە کە چۆن تۆ وەک کەسێکی با بڵێن مەشغوڵ کە ئیشت هەیە چۆن بتوانی بەردەوام خۆت فێری ئینگلیزی بکەیت. چونکە دواتر باسیەکەین کە تێ ئەگەین کە ئێستا هەموومان مەشغوڵین بە تایبەتی ئەگەر ئیشێکت هەبێت لەبەرەوە پێویستە هەنێک شت ئاگادار بین بۆ ئەوەی کە دانەبڕین لە فێربوونی زمانەکە. ئێستاش دەست دەکەین بە دەرسی ئەمڕۆمان وەکوتمان بە ئینگلیزی قسە ئەەکەین و لە هەنێک شوێنیشا لەوە ئەچێ پێتان بڵێم کە کۆمنت بنووسنەوەتە ئێوەش بەشداری بکەن. So our program is called Let's Talk Business. All right? So you might be wondering what is Let's Talk Business, or let's say what is English for business? Is it different from general English? The answer is yes, but also no. So it's the general English that we use for our day-to-day, let's say, interactions, communication, but specifically related to topics that are taking place at your workplace. All right? Let me tell you a bit more about the program before getting into the actual presentation or actual topic of the day. Let's Talk Business is a practical and communicative course. By practical, we mean it's very effective, it's very useful, it's practice-based, all right? And it's communicative, all right? So it's the main focus is not on grammar, not on rules, but on communication, all right? So how to get your message across. Definitely it's for adults, since we as adults have jobs. And the topics, as I said earlier, it's useful for your day-to-day talking, but also specifically in your workplace, all right? This program is very friendly and it's also anxiety-free. What we mean by this is that I personally understand that when we speak in a second language, it's very normal for us to feel very anxious, yeah? We're usually scared to speak in a second language. But in this program, we will try to provide you with an environment that everyone is very comfortable to speak with one another and actually listen to the other participants in the classes. And most importantly, it allows you, so it enables you to communicate in English fluently. So you might ask, what is the meaning of fluently? We all know grammar, yeah? We've been learning English since when we were in school. We know grammar, we know so many different words. We know when to say something, we know when not to say something. But when it comes to communication, when you want to go to someone and speak fluently, you might struggle a bit, Yeah, you might have some problems. So this program hopefully will enable you how to speak easily and fluently, all right? So for a continuous time. So you might be thinking, okay, what will we be doing during this Let's Talk Business? What will we talk about? We will choose some topics, and the topics are, as I said, they are business related, and together we will share our experiences, we will ask each other questions about this particular topic, we will listen to each other, we add comments on each other's, let's say, experiences and comments, and so on. As I said, every day I will be giving you one tip on how to be a learner, a continuous learner of English language. Let me ask you one thing. I will give you two scenarios, all right? Two situations, and you tell me which one do you think is better, all right? Situation number one is that you study English every day for, let's say, 1 hour, for 2 hours, all right? So let's say you study for an hour on Saturday, 2 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and during the weekend you might dedicate 4 hours to studying English, all right? This is scenario number one. Scenario number two, on the other hand, you study, let's say, 5 minutes, or let's say 10 minutes, every day for the rest of your life, all right? So we've got two scenarios. Please tell me, write in a comment, which one do you think is more effective, all right? So let me remind you that, do you prefer to study English for 1 to 2 hours every day, or for 5 to 10 minutes every day for the rest of your life? I'll be waiting for your comments to see which scenario, which situation do you think is more effective, all right? Before you write a comment, let me show you the meaning of the word consistency. So the second scenario that I talked about is called consistency, all right? The key, the tip of our life today is consistency. As we said, we as adults are usually very busy, and we don't usually have an hour or 2 hours every day to study a language, right? We might be able to do that, but it will not last long, right? But if we if we make sure to be consistent, as the adjective is shown on the screen, if we try to be a consistent learner, chances are that we will have more positive results, all right? So consistency means to study, let's say, or to do something every day, very shortly, but every day, all right? So my main point here is that try to find some time every day. Even if it's 5 minutes, it's enough, all right? Provide 5 minutes every day to studying English. By the way, in the future lives, I will tell you where can you study or what resources can you find. But for today, the main aim is 5 minutes a day. Even if you're super busy, 5 minutes a day is more than enough. To further support my this consistency rule, I have shown you two illustrations, all right? So as you can see on the screen on your left, you can see that, all right, yeah, I can see your comments. I'm just seeing your comments. Kamal Nadir has said 10 minutes a day. Mir Sleman is saying, for sure, the second option. So, right, yes. So I'm very happy that you guys agree that the second option, which is consistency, is more practical for us, busy adults. If you look at the picture on your right, you can see that even though, I mean the illustration with the fire, you can see that if you work hard for the first week, for the second, for the third, the fire is about to diminish, yeah? It's about to go out. So while on the second option, in which we are consistent, chances are you will stay the same, all right? That was the tip of the day to learn English as an adult. All right. Now let's move on to the actual lesson of today. As we said in Let's Talk Business, we will be talking about business topics together, all right? So today's topic, which we will be talking about, is professions, or let's say jobs, or career, right? I just said 3 different terms. They might mean the same thing. They might be different. So let's think about it. What do you think is the difference between job, career, and profession? Right? Think about it for a second and try to write as a comment which one do you know something about. Let's say if you know something about job, write, I think job is this, but I think career is this. If you know only about one of them, it's okay. Still, try to write a comment. All right? So I'll be waiting for your comments. Yes, so the difference that we are focusing on is the difference between job, career, and profession. I would like to hear from you now. They are related, by the way, with some slight differences. They're not very slight, actually. Some of them have major differences, but they are very much related, all right? So I'll be waiting for your comments. What do you think is the difference between job, career, and profession? While I am waiting for your comments, I can actually give you some examples. A job is something specific. It's one job, right? Let's say a doctor is a job. Being a teacher is a job. So it's one specific task. All right, so Muhammad Saeed is saying career is for your life, but I think job is short time. Very good, Muhammad. Mir Sleman is saying, all right, Mir Sleman is saying that they have the same meaning, but could be used in different statements. I kind of agree, Mir. So, as most of you have mentioned in the comments, a job is something specific, right? It's one at a time. It's for a certain amount of time. While on the other hand, a career is a series of jobs, all right? That's why we say career path. So it's a path, all right? The jobs that you had in the past, the jobs that you have right now, and the jobs that you might have in the future, all right? So yes, a job is a small part of a career. That's how they are related. Moving on to profession. Profession is close to, let's say, professional, right? So profession is a noun, professional is an adjective. How is profession different from job and career? Again, they are very much related, they're similar, with a slight difference. Let's see if we can get any comments. All right. So profession, again, is mostly related to the knowledge and skills that you have. They say an example always illustrates everything we've said very shortly. So let me provide you with an example. Let's say, I'll talk about myself. My current job is a language facilitator at Karamax company, right? This is my current job. but it's a small part of my career path, which means that in the past I might have been a librarian, right? I might have worked at a library. I was a university teacher. Right now I'm a university teacher. These are all different jobs that make up my career path, all right? But my profession is teaching English language. I think the example pretty much illustrates the distinction, the difference between these three terms. All right, I'm getting a comment from Mir. The thing you, let's say, you have profession in. Thank you very much, Mir. As we said, profession is something that you are an expert in, right? You are professional at. Let's move on to some more talking, right? Let's talk business. So, talking about professions. This part is about you, so I'll be waiting for your comments. Think about these things. So let's personalize it, yeah? We said this program is mostly about the participants. So think about yourself, and you can also write it in a comment. What is one job that you have at the moment? Your job right now, all right? I'll be waiting for your comments. Meanwhile, I'll be showing you the rest of the parts. Also think about a job that you had in the past, okay? A job that you had in the past. In addition, you could also think of a job, all right? This one is more nostalgic. It's more about our feelings. A job that you wanted to have when you were younger. We all have these stories, right? Most of, let's say, it's very common in our culture for people to want to become a doctor, yeah? But it might be different for so many other people. We might have some dream jobs, right? I'll come to that in a bit. So we might be, the job that we have now might be our dream job, but it may not be the same. Your job that you have now may not be the same as your dream job, all right? Okay, so we have two comments. Network engineer, project manager, very good. So this is the interesting thing about Let's Talk Business program. We always have different people with different backgrounds, so we will never be bored because we will always be learning from each other, right? All right. Although I don't know Mir and Kosrat, I don't know if you mean I think these are the jobs that you have at the moment, right? You could also think about the jobs that you had in the past, and most specifically, I would like you to tell me the jobs that you wanted to have when you were younger. I need this because I'll be talking about dream jobs next, all right? Mohammed is saying past and present all the time. Okay, all right, that's good. So from what I understand from you, Mohammed, is that the job that you have now is the job that you've always wanted. That's good news. Okay, Kosrat is saying my past job is civil engineering. Okay, so he was a civil engineer in the past. All right, Kosrat. I'll be waiting for more comments. Meanwhile, I'll move on to some very common dream jobs. This is, by the way, this is international. It may not, let's say, suit our particular context, our culture, but some of them might be actually. So these are some common dream jobs worldwide, international dream jobs of people. This is based on research, right? We have musician, teacher, a lawyer. This might surprise you, but so many people want to be a YouTuber, or let's say, to be public, yeah, to be famous, to be a public speaker. Some people might want to be a doctor, an author, which is another word for writer, and some people would like to be an entrepreneur. All right? This is usually students say that this is a big word, yeah? This is some of the words that we teachers even struggle with. All right? So an entrepreneur is someone who is, let's say, the easiest way for me to say it is that it's someone who has a new business on their own. So they have a business of their own, but with an element of creativity. All right? So you need, for you to be called an entrepreneur, you have to have a business of your own, a business which is different than other businesses available in the market. All right? The question mark that I have placed at the bottom is for you to tell me what you think are some other dream jobs. All right? I'll be waiting for your comments, but more importantly is this question. So how to find your dream job? Kosret is saying my dream job is civil engineer. Okay, your Kosret's dream job was a civil engineer when he was younger. And all right, so that was our dream jobs when we were younger. This is the big question now. In order, so many books have been written about this notion. In order to be a successful person, a happy person, you need to be doing the thing that you love, right? So it's very important for us to think about how. Okay, I know that I need to find a job that I love, but how? Tell me about your opinion about how do you think we should find our dream job, right? I would like to hear from you first, and then I'll be showing you a diagram, all right? The diagram will hopefully show you how we can find our dream job. Okay. So this is the diagram. Excuse me. Right. Let's have a look at the diagram first. As you can see, there are some common grounds, right? Some parts of the circles is what these three different circles have in common, right? And the dream job is located at the heart of the diagram, which is colored in red, and it's a win situation for everyone. Okay, Kosret is saying to find our dream job in future, we can think about our strong points. Very good, Kosret. You actually guessed one of the circles, which is at the left bottom, that says what you're good at, right? So we need, first of all, think about the things that you love. You might like to, let's say, I love to help people, right? That's something that I love. I love to help people. On the other hand, I like, yes, just give me a minute. Let me get back to my slides. All right. So, something that I like is to help people. By the way, this is just an example. You might all relate to this. So, as I said, think about the things that you love, things that you enjoy. And secondly, think about the things that you're good at. Maybe you are good at, what are you good at? Let's say, you're good at, let's say your profession is something which you are professional in, an expert in, as we said earlier, is medicine, the medical field. So I love working with people, I love helping people. I am good at, let's say, being a physician, a doctor. I'm professional in the medical field. But are these two enough? So what you love and what you're good at together only, according to the diagram, says you will be happy but poor, right? Since we're talking business here, we should never forget about the financial side of matters, right? So in order for us to find our dream job, we should always consider a job that pays well, all right? So these three together will constitute, hopefully, it will lead to your dream job. Right. Our final section of our life today is some brainstorming. So brainstorming, if this word is new to you, you might be able to guess that it means a storm going around inside our brains. So you can think of everything that comes into your mind, that flows into your mind, all right? I would like to hear from you some jobs that are stressful, all right? For this one, I will actually wait for your comments. Tell me some jobs that are stressful. I'll show you two more examples. Brainstorm some jobs for people who are patient. Patient, by patient, we mean someone who has lots of patience, which means they are calm, they don't mind waiting for something to happen, they don't get, let's say, they don't always jump into conclusions. Jobs, there are particular jobs that are more suitable for people who are patient. For example, a teacher is a job that is, hopefully, let's say, it's always better for people who are patient. And I'm sure you could think of better examples. And thirdly and lastly, think of some jobs that are suitable for people who are confident. All right? So, form your comment like this. A job that is stressful is, let's say, a job that is stressful is a nurse. Or you could write a comment for the second part. You could say a job that is good for patient people, or a job that is suitable for patient people is, let's say, a teacher. Since I'm a teacher, most of my examples are related to teaching. I'm waiting for better examples from you guys. Or you could say a job that is good for people who are confident, or for confident people, is a public speaker, a YouTuber, a leader, right? So I'll be waiting for your comments. This is just a reminder for you to fill in the form that I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the live. The form is, as I said, is for us to build a community on Telegram. If you fill in that form, you will be invited to a Telegram group. We will be sharing different resources with each other, and you will be notified for our future lives similar to this, and our future programs and courses. Right, so we can get back to the chatting, in which we will, I'm still, all right, I think all jobs around the world have all 3 points. All right, good point, Kosret. you're right, yes. So you're saying that most jobs around the world are usually stressful, so they have all three. They're stressful, people need to be patient in order to carry out this job, and of course it requires a bit of confidence at least. Thank you very much, by the way, for being with us today. I hope you benefited from our small chat of Let's Talk Business, and hopefully we will make this, let's say, a series of lives that we will have more of in the future. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be with you, and have a great evening. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.